This is for the GIS programming class at BYU with Dr. Ames. This team consists of both Matt Zagibo and Yerji Kadlik. We are mapping the life of Jesus Christ. The problem description for this project includes making a web page using both HTML and JavaScript. This web page will include is a mapping of the 16 events of the New Testament, and we chose to map 16 individual events of the life of Jesus Christ. Each event, we gathered information of both the name, kind of a description of the event. We found some images as well as the coordinates and a scripture with that event. The problem stated that we needed to create an interactive web mapping application where we had to add a map to a web page and link in a KML file of these events, create a function such as a drop-down menu which showed a list of the events and zoom to those events. And then the last one was with the icons from the KML file, we had to create pop-up bubbles which contained the information from the KML file. Here we will show how an end user will interface with our website. The first thing that the user will have to do is input in our website URL, which is newtestamentmapping.net. When you load this page, you will see the title of this page showing Mapping the Life of Jesus, a drop-down menu of the 16 events that we created, 3 buttons that I'll explain later, and the map. And here on the map you can see the 16 icons from our KML file. And these 16 events are from the life of Jesus, and we can see in this drop-down menu all 16 events. The first one, the birth of Jesus, when we select on it, it will zoom to the event and show the pop-up bubble of that event. And right here we can see the event name, birth of Jesus, the scripture, the image, and a website link. And we can see that it will zoom to any of these events in this list, such as when Jesus feeds the 5,000. And this is on the shores of Galilee, so the coordinates are right. Shows the event name again, the scripture, the image, and again a website link. And so we can open up that website link and it will show a video or scripture, or as this one's showing, it has both. Additionally, on the map it has a zoom in and zoom out function if you want to use that manually, or you can use this your scroll wheel on your mouse. Another zoom function is this map, this whole map button, which will zoom to the extent of all of the 16 events. Lastly, there's a go to Jerusalem, because there are several events that happen in the life of Jesus. We thought we could zoom into this and be able to see all of these events individually. There is also a Jerusalem polygon which outlines the old city border, and when we click on this you can see the pop-up bubble associated with that polygon. And this last button, Go to Galilee, takes us to the Sea of Galilee and shows the events that happened there in the life of Jesus, such as when he walked on water. And the last polyline is the Jordan River polyline, and we can click on that and see the information of the Jordan River. And this is how a user would interface with our website, both using the drop-down menu, the 3 buttons, and the map interface.
Let us show about the web hosting of our site. Our domain newtestamentmapping.net is hosted on the GoDaddy website. If we look at GoDaddy, we can see we have the account manager with domains and web hosting. And in our web hosting section, we can see the file manager. In our file manager, we can upload files, or we can open and edit the existing files. Now, let us look at our files. We have one folder which is called Images. And in our Images folder, we have the public domain image for each of our events from the life of Jesus. And In our parent folder, which is called HTTP docs, we have 4 important files. These files are the KML files. We have 3 KML files, 16 events, and Jerusalem polygon, and Jordan. In order for these files to run our hosting, we had to change the extension from KML to TXT. But if we open this file, we can see it is the KML file. And last, our most important file, it is called index.html. Inside this index.html, we can find all the source code of our website. And we can not only view this file, but we can also edit this file by going to Edit in Text Editor. Here we can make any changes to our file if needed and save them.
And now we will give an explanation for the code that we use to create this web page. The first file that we would like to show you is our KML file. The KML file is here, as we showed earlier, hosted on GoDaddy, and is as a .txt file. So the 16 events KML file is similar to both the Jerusalem Polygon and Jordan KML files. So we will just show you the 16 events. Here in the KML file of the 16 events, we can see at the beginning we've created this first using an ArcMap, an ArcGIS tool, and converted those shape files over to a KML file. Here at the beginning, it identifies the different fields that we have listed throughout the KML file, showing the name of the field type, the event name, the location, the scripture, the picture, and so on. And following after that schema, it will show each individual event of our KML file. We have 16 events, and the first event we can see is the birth of Jesus. And it will show a description along with the style URL, which is the icon, and as I said before, it will show the event, the location. And further down, we can show it says picture, and that is the file directory for our hosting, so it can reference the image file that we have saved on our host server. Additionally, there's a website link and the coordinates for that point. And using this KML file, when we reference it to our normal website, it can plot these points at the specified coordinates.
Let us show about the main part of our code. It is the website page index.html. This page contains the structure of our website and also the dynamic parts. We can see we have declared the style, showing how our map is positioned. Then we have our title. Our title is Mapping the Life of Jesus. Next, we have the page body with a form. In this form, we have the select element. This is the drop-down list of our events from the life of Jesus. We have 3 button elements. These are used to zoom to different interesting parts of our map. After the form, we have the map element. This is where our map is located. Next part of our website page is the JavaScript. We have several different functions. The first important function is the onClick function. The onClick function is used when the user clicks on the map. And depending where the user clicks, it creates a pop-up corresponding to the event, and inside the pop-up, the picture and website link is shown. Also, important is about our map. We store our map in the map variable. Here we specify which part of the web page it is, and as you can see, in our map we have 4 layers: raster, polygon, line and vector. Raster is the background map satellite image. Polygon, line and vector are our KML files. Let us explain also what happens when the user clicks on the pop-up. If the user clicks on the event location, we retrieve the display content from our KML file, we format it so that it looks nicely and display it to the user. And one other function which we had to create is find feature index by ID. This is used in our dropdown. When the user selects an item in the dropdown, we have to find which feature in our KML it corresponds to. So that's why we need this function. And the dropdown clicked function is executed when the user clicks on our dropdown. We needed to make one small adjustment in our dropdown clicked function to make sure the zoom of our map is in the correct scale. Finally, in our zoom to lat long function, we needed to make the reprojection from the WGS84 coordinate system to the WebMercator coordinate system.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it.